Son shit, y'all ready?
I hope y'all are. This episode is about the free breakfast program, and then it kind of ended up just being and talking about also the WIC program, started by the Black Panther Party. Yeah, this was basically what we talked about, you know. And then you had, if you know what happened with a lot of programs over the week, during this week, you know what jumped off. And I'm just saying, these are programs that are on the cutting block. I'm not going to get back into it because we talked about it on the show, so that whole segment will say some stuff. But yeah, man, this is what people voted up for. I don't think this is what you know what I mean? And what's really crazy is a lot of people aren't really talking about it. I don't know if people are unaware or they're just like, yo, at the other side of that is these social media platforms have kind of, I ain't even gonna say leaned, have basically saw where the line is and just stepped on the side of Trump. It was like, yo, we riding with son. Anything that even remotely comes to be anti-Trump, we rocking against y'all. That's where it feels like we're at right now. Anything, everybody, Meta, X was a give, TikTok, you know what I'm saying? I don't have TikTok. My girl has TikTok. And you can hear the nervousness in people when, I ain't trying to say too much because I don't want to get banned. I want to get my account taken down. Like, that's where we are right now. We went from outright being informative, speaking, I ain't even gonna say the truth, our truth, your perspective, what you think is going on. We went from that to, you gotta skirt around things. You gotta, you know what I mean? Like everybody's running around here saying, yo, they blocking my joint, so it's not gonna, you know what I mean, step up into in your rotation for your 4Us. They holding me down. You know what I mean? They gave me a strike for this, but my joint was accurate. Meta said they ain't fact checking no more. So you can just say whatever you say. Like, they dropped the documents, the FBI joints of Martin Luther King. And they went out here and just threw all kind of dirt on this man's name. By the way, let's keep it real. Facts. It's not like any of this is made up stuff. These are facts. They went out here to tarnish this man's legacy purposely during Martin Luther King Day. You know what I'm saying? Like around Martin Luther King Day going into Black History Month. They drop it after Martin Luther King Day because Martin Luther King Day was also the day of the inauguration. So it all lines up perfectly, right? Yeah, and this is what I'm going to do. Boom. That's your guy we out here doing the whole day for. Look at your man. Your mans was out here wilding. This is what we doing right now. And even that, there's not a lot of people talking about that. It's just like, it is what it is. We are in a weird space where the reality and what you want and what you think isn't going to happen. And when those programs find themselves on the chopping block and getting cut and people are lost, they're still going to find somebody else to blame other than Trump and his administration. Well, you know, it's so-and-so's fault. It's these people's fault. Nah. That's your mans. That's your mans and them. Their fault. We got so much going on right now. There's a lot. You know what I'm saying? And don't get it twisted. I'm cool with the laughing. I'm cool with the jokes. I'm cool with the music. I get all that. What's happening now is people are actually like, I want to really get in and say some stuff, but I can't because I don't want to get banned. I don't want to end up on the low. I don't want to. You know what I mean? The game is crazy. It's a wild thing right now. And we need to do better. We have to do this. We have to speak. We have to talk. We have to jump off and make this thing happen. You're seeing all of this stuff going down. You see in the deportation, they just running up on people. Running up on people. Running up on people. They got they told the Native Americans that y'all need to have y'all cards just in case. And at the same time, there's ICE people going, we don't really care nothing about that. Come on through. You still knocked down. You still on lockdown for a couple of days so they sort through things. What are we talking about? They say Trump is trying to figure out how to finagle that and bring back 1884, where we don't consider them American citizens. Who's not? Why aren't we seeing this more and more? You had a shorty who had her meltdown, her breakout, and was out here calling Mexicans subhumans and saying she was good about what was happening. Lost her job. You got another group of people out here losing their jobs, imitating Elon Musk, going, it won't that bad. Y'all just liberals and y'all just crybabies and did it, and then they losing their jobs. You know what I'm saying? The defense dude, he out here with the racist tat on his chest. Where are we going right now? That's what I'm saying. Nobody's out here building right now. Nobody's saying anything right now. It's a wild time, B. It's a wild time. They're like deporting anybody that's just brown. You know what I'm saying? So you grab some Puerto Ricans, where you taking them back? To American soil? Puerto Rico? Where do you take the Native Americans? Canada or DC? Or back to their reservation? Where do they go? They're running up on everybody. They talking about they're gonna run up on the Haitians and the Jamaicans and then the Cubans. So now if you in Florida and you just black, you about to get hit up. Like, everybody got American IDs. Most of us, second generation, third generation, they don't care. You look the part. We got to get rid of you. What are we doing right now? This is our country, and it's gonna get crazier because they make all of these programs, all of these things are targeting joints. They're targeting the DEI. That's like targeting. Like the fact that I think I might even talked about it on the joint. Walmart and all of them just was like, yo, oh word, and turned they back. We were like, I ain't cool. We don't have. I remember telling my girlfriend, I always tell people, like, when these companies show their true colors, it's the Chris Rock joke about minimum wage all day. And the joke, and I butchered the joke, but the joke was, do you know what minimum wage is? It's the least we can pay you legally. Meaning, if there was no minimum wage, you probably wouldn't even be getting this. You'd be getting less than this. These people are like, oh, we don't have to do this? Cool. Snip, snip. Ties are severed. We're going about our way. That joint, that's what we're talking about. Oh, we don't have to be part of, like, hiring these gays and trans and people. Cool. Snip, snip. Gone. Gone. You know what I'm saying? When you start looking at your jobs in places like that and realize these jobs are starting to look like boys clubs again, these jobs start to look like the whole set of Mad Men, Mad Men, whatever that show was, where it was supposed to be like about advertising back in the day, and people went, and I know people who was like, yo, you know, they ain't no like people of color on this. It was like, dude, that was a time frame. Black people didn't get those jobs. Black people weren't advertised to. Black people weren't even thought about it as like it's less about the actors and the directors and even the network being racist. That's a period piece. We were not part of that period. That's what we're about to get back to. And you see how Shorty had to fight to get somewhere on that joint. That's what we're about to get back to. The pay disparity between women and men are about to really go back to what it was. The pay disparity between people of color and white people are about to just get crazy. It's about to get wild. You know what I'm saying? Word has it, Nixon set us back. Back in the day, he took the country backwards. Trump is about to take the country backwards. Take the country backwards in a time where the country is also trying to, not even the country, the world is trying to move forward. Because also on my timeline, all I keep hearing about is, y'all better get down with this AI quick. Y'all better be prepared for these robots doing things quick. So we're about to have a thing where everything is being rolled back to uncivilized ancient times as a country goes, while the world is still trying to move forward. So where does that leave everybody? You know what I mean? That leaves a good portion of people trying to figure out how to rock TikTok shop and hope that they have the charisma to sell. Everybody, it's already crazy because there's already people whose side hustle is their main gig. Like there's people out here Ubering and Lyfting on a regular, that's their job. That's their job. There are people who do the Instacart stuff. That's their job. There's people who are like, ooh, I made great money off of TikTok shop. That's their job. That's why, like, when they talked about taking that joint away, them people were lost. They were like, what am I going to do? Not only am I not going to make money, I'm not going to make money like this. Where am I to go? You know what I'm saying? When they restructured, when social media and all these joints restructure their pay scale, people aren't going to see the same amount of money because they're definitely about to do that. The game is about, and not only restructure it, but then they're going to mess around and flip the game for the algorithm and have y'all out here trying to go, man. Because every few years it happens, right? Every year or so, you hear somebody going, hey, man, if you see my post, say yes. Give me a thumbs up. Say you see it, because, like, my joint ain't going nowhere. Like, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, and it's not as random as people like to think it is. You know what I'm saying? It's never as random as people would suggest it is. So now that's where we gotta go. You gotta worry about that. It's gonna get real crazy out here. It's gonna get real wild out here. Technology, like I said, technology is moving and moving. And then the rest of everybody else is still standing still. And they trying to encourage you to get down with technology. That's the wild part I'm tripping about. You got people going, I encourage you to use AI to get rid of actual humans doing work. We encourage you to be okay with going to the self-checkout line and people not have a job. We encourage you to stay home. Because at some point, you're not going to need anybody in a store, because no, it will not be stores. They'll just be warehouses. And there'll be somebody running around finding things and picking it and putting it in a cart and going, this is what they wanted. Boom, let's put this in a cart. And then give it to whomever, and they'll drive up and drop it off. Like, you don't need a Kroger. You won't need Target. Everybody does that now. You know what I'm saying? Home Depot does it. I can order something and they'll be like, yeah, we'll deliver it to you today. I don't need to walk up in that big old spot. That will now just be a warehouse filled with nothing but like a bunch of workers walking around doing that. Which means they won't even need a bunch of workers. Like 10 dudes, 10 people, 10 chicks. That's it. They ain't gonna need it. Like, I don't know how many people the average Home Depot employs, but it'll break down to just 10 people. 10 people, probably 5 in the morning, 5 in the evening. And most of these delivery things stop at 8, so not even then. They start, I think the earliest some places start is about 7:30, 8 o'clock. So from 8 to 8, 12 hours. If you can't get your stuff ordered in 12 hours, joke's on you. Unless you do Instacart or something like that. They're about to get rid of a whole lot of stuff. This is what they're encouraging us to do. And the crazy part is the younger people are okay with it. The younger, like my kid will spend buku paper and then go, oh, no, I got the DoorDash pass, so it's not that bad. Like, no, son, no, it's still that bad. You're still overpaying for the food. That's not how much that sandwich should cost. You're still overpaying. You know what I'm saying? Now you're just not paying the other part of it, but you're still overpaid. You shouldn't be out here with a $5 biggie bag paying $15. Where the extra $10 going? Extra $10 is going to the service and the driver. Wendy's don't even see that. Remember when restaurants was trying to encourage people to not even deal with it? Restaurants was like, hey, yo, don't deal with that. There's no money being made. It's kind of like Groupons. Remember when Groupons was really cracking? And people was out here with the, yo, I got the deal, son. I can go and do this, boom, 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 boom. Go up there and they're like, yo, yeah, we don't see no extra money out of this. You know what I mean? Nah, we're not doing that. I got a water heater a year or so ago through Home Depot. Ordered the joint online. It's like, yeah, I have a tech. You know what I'm saying? I had them come in and set it up and boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I got an old one that needs to be gone. Boom, boom, boom. Money was what it was. Price is what it was. They came in and was like, oh yeah, we gotta kind of flip this thing right here. Like, and then he was talking to his boss. He was like, yo, we don't get paid any extra money. Like, this isn't even our job. Like, there's whatever we make through Home Depot, basically licensing us out or whatever, however that works. Whatever our deal with them, yeah, like, this ain't real plumber job right here. This is a Home Depot joint. So whatever it is that they'll give us for this, that's what it is. Like, we don't get paid like a regular plumber for this job. They're just trying to get that joint in and out and go. That's what we are going to be. A bunch of people who are working for something bigger but not being paid our worth. Anyway, man, I look. And if you wondering to yourself, how did he get from talking about we need to keep an eye on what Trump doing to here? Because it's all part of the game. They are finding out ways to eliminate. That's what the Elon Musk thing is, right? DOGE. I'm calling it dodge, doggish, doji. I don't know what you call it. I've been calling it dodge. Then I realized there wasn't even another D in that. Doji. You know what I'm saying? Doji just sounds like Tarjay. Like when people go, yeah, where you go? I go to Tarjay. Not Walmart. Doji. We're finding ways to cut back on government spending. And the government spending process then falls and trickles down to corporate America. Ooh, we need to get our own Doji game up. We don't really need all of this. Let that go. Boom, boom, boom. That's how we get there. Anyway, man, thank y'all for listening. East Coast, West Coast, worldwide, Lost Boys, Black Panther Party, baby. Y'all, look, salute. And I'm going to tell y'all now, February, we ain't even doing Black History Month. We doing White People Month. White people, and that's how we going to say it too. White people history. I ain't going to say Black history. I'm going to say white people history. White people history that affects Black people, that have done something positive or negative towards Black people. And I know somebody listening right now gonna be like, man, that's a lot of stuff. Not what you're thinking. But we're gonna get into it like that though. So I'm gonna holler at y'all next week with White People History. Booyaka. Yes. Just threw a few featured joints out there. Word up. Classic. The classic joint. Ooh, y'all know. I don't know if y'all know the story. It was Nike's representing, saluting with the Air Force Ones, the Uptowns, the Uppies. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. However, everybody got different names depending on where you from. But you know what I'm saying? They was representing. Rick Rubin did the original. I didn't even know about the original. I just kept hearing it was the remix, the Primo joint. And one day I actually ran across the original. I'm like, ooh. Salute the word has it. KRS-One was like, yo, friend, till you come through. Nike will pay the check, make this joint better. This ain't. Salute to Rick Rubin. We can't front on Rick Rubin. Rick Rubin is an icon. When I tell y'all a musical icon, Rick Rubin has put a lot of dudes in some good positions in the music game. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there's times when you want to leave that rock joint in the 1980s and give us that banger, and then he added Ra to it. So yo, and that was just a whole different dimension. And the video shows Ra setting it off, so that's what makes it even iller, because you can hear Ra in the studio with Preem, and it's just like, oh snap, yo. Craziest times in the culture right there. Word. What else was I about to say? Because we about to, you hear the music, you know what time it is, and we gonna get serious real quick. I don't want to spend my 4 years talking about politics, but what we had happen recently, like right here, like in a blink of an eye, yesterday, today type joint, like. You had the government shut down everything, all these programs. The government is telling you by Monday, they're going to figure out what's going to go down on Monday. Some joints will be knocked out. And we talk about everything. Meals on Wheels, Head Start, free breakfast programs, a lot of joints is on the chopping block. And it's weird because, again, I don't want to get into a rant here because it's a history moment, but when your patriotism / racism is more important to you, then again, I like to say I don't want to be political. I want to be humane. Then humanity. They got some chick was I don't know her name. I forgot what the name, but she lost her job and all that out here talking about the deportations, and she was happy for them and this, that, and the third. Said they were subhuman. That's the part I picked up on. My girl didn't even pick up on that part. I'm like, wow, subhuman. Lost a job, put her account on private and all this. And apparently that's her thing. She likes to talk that talk, have those great hot takes, and feed into that type of thing and likes to go viral. Who knows, whatever it is. But what I'm saying is, these programs, they're going to start defunding massive programs. And when you live in places like New York and California, DMV area, there's a lot of money out there. Connecticut, Delaware, Vermont, Maine, Oregon has its own joint. Washington, outside of Seattle, has buku paper. There's places where money is states can get down. Utah might be one of them where money's there. Then there's these poor states: Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas. The poor states. I mean, poor states. Like basically the rest of the country is the money we generate helps out those states. You know what I'm saying? That will be lost. You know what I'm saying? And those places, by the way, majority white. So as much as they were trying to be racist, yeah, we need to take all those programs from the welfare queens and da-da-da-da. You get that. I had a joint, and I'm not plugging, so I'm just saying. I had a joint where I was joking. I was like, you know who always knows about all the programs out here that are available for people? Poor white people. Hang out with poor white people, because poor white people always know the programs. They know every single stuff that you ain't even thinking about. They up on it. All that's about to be gone. All that's about to be gone. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy, man. Like, I don't think they thought that through. That's not. They were so busy doing, we want a wall built, we want to deport these foreigners. They ain't think about the fact that, yo, these dudes coming in with the plan to just rock out. What's the DEI, the DIE, the D whatever, diversity, equity, inclusion. Y'all heard about Walmart and Target and other stores. Once it was like, yo, you don't have to do it, they just was like, cool, we won't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, now if you do it, it's an option. You choose to do it. You don't have to feel like you're forced to do it. If you want to do it, carry on. And they were like, oh, no, we heard you. We're good. And backed off. Backed out the way. You know what I'm saying? That is what you got to think about, man. And it's not just, like I said, it's not just those two. It's just those are the two bigger joints. It's a lot of joints out here. And you got to just start, like, San Antonio was doing a thing where they was out about to they was taking away the Tuskegee Airmen history and female pilots and stuff. And then when the word got around that that's what they was doing, they was like, no, we're bringing it back. Everybody's not like that. You know what I'm saying? Some people are sticking with it and going, yeah, that's what we doing. Other people are choosing not to. There are places that are like, that don't even sound right. We're not gonna be part of that, and they keep it pushing. But when you are on the news that you're like, yeah, we're good, we'll ride with that. That's where the problem is. You know what I'm saying? And I know I sound like I'm about to get on, I'm ranting now, and that's not the point. But my point of the whole thing is to talk about, as the beat stops, because it's the right time, this history moment. So we can only do it the right way, the professional way, and that is take it from the top. Take it from the top. This moment in Black history. One of the programs that they are taking away is the free breakfast for school children. They're taking that joint off. I don't know about y'all. I know I grew up, that was a thing. That was like, I even now, like when I smell McMuffin, like the muffin joint, you know what I'm saying? The muffin, the bread joints, right? The egg McMuffin joints, that weird bread thing. I can smell it, son. Like this time, like when I smell that, I'm a little snot-nosed kid with the snot on the sleeves, and I like, especially second grade. Second grade, I had the illest fro. Forget the Jacksons, I had that joint like one of the Silvers. Y'all ever seen them videos of the Silvers, fro? Them joints is like, yo, B, you gonna have to sit in the back. You sit in the front and can't nobody see. My joint was humongous for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So that was our thing, man. You know what I'm saying? You get up, you go get to school early. Got you the muffin joint, the bread, I can't think of the name of that bread at all right now. That bread, you know what I'm saying? Got you a cheese joint, you got you a little chocolate milk or some milk, you got the little cereal joint jumping. You know what I mean? Like the little eggs with some bacon bits in it and all that. First of all, back in the day when we was kids, I don't know, again, I can't speak for everybody else, but we had real food. I don't, like this wild fake stuff, I don't know, B. We had real food. I remember my school lunch, we had, you know what I'm saying, pork chops, some collard greens, mashed potatoes, some barbecue roasted chicken, some chicken out the oven, you know what I'm saying, some string beans, some corn, you know what I mean? You thought you was at the crib. They passing out bottles of hot sauce. Y'all need some hot sauce? Second grade, third grade, you out here just splashing your joints on there, you know what I'm saying, cabbage. You know what I mean? We was eating back in the day. I don't know what they doing now. We had food, son. We was out here really eating like you thought you was back at the crib. But the breakfast program was a big deal, you know what I'm saying? Especially for people who couldn't get it at home. And I ain't saying, I definitely wasn't one of those people, but I ain't gonna front at the same time. Time got tight when we was growing up. Like, it got really weird, you know what I'm saying? I grew up in the era where, like, oh, mama, we ain't got no milk. We got that carnation milk. Pour that joint, mix it with some water, and keep it going. That milk tasted so weird. That was some weird milk, you know what I'm saying? Or we had oatmeal to the point, like, it was sometimes I won't even know, it was just the oatmeal juice. It was just sweet water with like 4-5 oats in your spoon. You're like, you digging around, like, and your mama just like, my mama would just be like, ain't no more oats in that. That's the rest of that water. Just drink that. That'll keep you warm. It's cold outside. Hey, but that was just real talk. But they about to shut that joint down. And what makes me think about it is this: the people who set the whole free program joint off. Let me do it like this, cause I don't know if a lot of y'all know the Black Panther Party. Let's bring it. Oh my God, yeah, son. They was the ones who did it. They was like, yo, we gonna provide free breakfast for children before school. In 1969, at Father Earl's A. Neal St. Augustine's Episcopal Church, located out there in West Oakland, California, the joint spread it throughout the nation. They are the ones who put that program together. You know You know what I'm saying? Huey P. and Bobby Seale was like, yo, we gonna do what we gotta do. And they then connected with the school system to help provide and bring it to a higher level. And basically 150 kids from impoverished urban neighborhoods were getting breakfast by that situation. You know what I'm saying? It was what we did. It's how we got down. This was the start of something right there. You know what I'm saying? People ain't even understanding just how wild that is. And then it became a program that the government picked up. Which, by the way, while we're also talking about the great programs that they put together, WIC is another one. You know what I'm saying? Women, infant, children. That's another one that the government was like, ooh, that's a nice idea. We can't stand y'all, but that's a nice idea. These are programs that they're willing to cut now. The government is willing to cut these programs. The Black Panther gave us 2 important joints, son. You know how many times people be out here can't wait to go to the phone call with their people to get that WIC, no matter how much money you making, unless you super duper rich. But if you got the regular people gig, they somebody going when you at the hospital and doing stuff, they like, hey, call this number, get your WIC joint straight. People are working and they still out here getting their joints for their infant children, and it's just beautiful, B. They get told what to do, like make sure get your kid right with the right proteins and vitamins and the nourishments. Yeah, no, don't be trying to get all that. Get this right. This is what your child needs in these early stages. We need that. You know what I mean? We got to have that. And it's cool to think that started from basically, as far as the government was concerned, the enemy. Hoover and them was like, that's the enemy. Our government was like, yo, they the wrong ones, son, but the plan was there. It was what we needed. You know what I'm saying? It's how we got down. Now, with that being said, I don't want to take away from the fact that Truman started the free lunch program back in the day. That's a Truman joint. You know what I'm saying? Truman was where the free lunch program came under Truman's administration back in the day. That too is in danger. This is what we talking about right here. And like I said, I'm only looking at this stuff from the angle of children, because to imagine, like I said, we want the poorest, but we definitely want rich. And to imagine that you can't get the lunch, you can't get the breakfast. You know what I'm saying? The programs in the summertime. I can't speak for everybody, but I can speak for me. Me and my homies, we used to go like from 11:30 to about 12:30, as many schools as we could. Hey, let's go to John Marshall real quick. Boom. Hey, let's go to Booker T real quick. Hey, let's go over here to so-and-so real quick. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Let's go up, run up on Huntington real quick. Like in that little, you could just dip across and take a couple of blocks. And within that little hour, hit a good 3 schools, and you straight, son. A nice bunch of, you know what I'm saying, bologna and cheese sandwiches, couple of two bologna and cheese sandwiches, chocolate milk, fruit, and the 2 cookies. Shoot, you hit 3 schools up, you got 6 cookies, 3 sandwiches, 3 fruits, 3 milks. Don't want to be drinking them like that though, because then you out here, you know, we black and then lactose intolerant. You be out here trying to play ball with your homies. Somebody tackle you. It start out as a fart and it end up something else. Bam! Next thing you know, you got to run home and ain't nobody gonna let you forget that. You know what I'm saying? That happened when you was 12. You know what I'm saying? You catch up with somebody at 22. Hey, dog, remember that time we tackled you? Dog, for real? Come on, man. I'm with my fiance. Hey, yo, fiance lady. Tackled your boy, he farted, then he just all up on himself, like blam, just laid on the ground and then didn't want to get up and move. Like, nah, son, you got to come on. And then he was like, oh, you got that all on the back of your pants. You talking about it was mud. Won't no rain. There won't no rain around here. That was straight up doo-doo. He had that, it was all out of, like when your baby sitting on their pampers and they go up their back, yeah, it was all up his back and everything. Yeah. Don't be drinking it. And then you try to be slick and drink the chocolate milk like that's going to do it. And then sometimes they don't even want to give you chocolate. No, we ain't giving you no chocolate milk. You already getting 2 cookies. Get you some white milk. You know what I mean? But salute to all the free lunches back in the summertime. Them was the joints, son. Hitting them joints up. And then like when every once in a while on some, and people be out there in the rain too, boy. You be be out there in the range trying to hope nobody else come through and you can get you some extras. Be like, yo, I'm trying to get some extras, son. I don't know if y'all reminiscing like I'm reminiscing. I can see it in my head. Anyway, let's get back into this music with Rakim. This right here, I don't know if y'all remember when this dropped. Streets of New York, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was gonna be I thought it was gonna be Cool G Rapish, but it was something totally different. I was like, okay, I ain't know where to go with that. I ain't know what was gonna jump off with that, but it was a dope joint. We're gonna put some more features up here. We got a bunch of joints. We got time. Let's do what we do. Let's go. Thank y'all for rocking, by the way. Google me, Bing me, whatever we. Yeah, man. Let's do what we do. Let's go. Hey, I'm sorry, y'all. I had to do that juice joint before I left, man. Yo, woo. I'm gonna tell you, look, no, we ain't gonna tell no stories because it's time to go, but it's a story to that joint. But anyway, get ready to get up out of here. Saturday, first Saturday, so you know we're gonna do a lot of hip hop. It's the first of the month, so you know we setting it off with Bone Thugs. Yeah. I don't know who sound like, yo, salute. But anyway, this is what we gonna do, man. This is how we gonna get down. Y'all have a great rest of the night, rest of the week, great weekend. You know how we do, man. Word up, Pro Bowl and all that. I can't watch Pro Bowls, man. Kobe died on the Pro Bowl, B. Kobe, yeah, man. But anyway, man, we gonna get up into this joint right here. We gonna get down like this. And they say you only live once. That's a lie. You only die once. So anytime that your God allows you to get out here and continue your journey, please show the world the best version of you. Y'all be safe. Peace.
This is a Soul of Art presentation.